Hey guys, this is Warthog Senior here. Warthog Junior, or Clone Trooper Warthog, asked me to come on and do a little guest spot here to show you guys a Millennium Falcon MOC that we did. This is based very closely, probably 90% on the 2 bricks system scale UCS model. So the size is system scale, similar to the Lego releases. Obviously, aside from the UCS, this is intended to be a UCS level of detail on a system scale Falcon. Looking at what was available out there, this was the closest we saw to the appropriate dimensions of the Falcon. Much better than what you get from the Lego releases, and actually rivals, and in some cases is better than the UCS set, especially around the shape. The saucer section here is very rounded. The size of the mandibles and the shape, the size of the rear vents here and their location are actually more accurate than the UCS model. Cockpit, that's always going to be an issue, just with the parts that are available from Lego. So anyway, so this is it. We made some changes, minor changes on the outside. Some of the greebling on the sides here is a little bit different. And the reference materials we used for that were these two books here. This one is pretty neat. We found it in a used bookstore, believe it or not. It's sort of a slice by slice, sort of peeling back the onion kind of look at the Falcon. So that was a good reference. And of course the Haynes manual, for anyone who works on cars, they're familiar with Haynes manuals. And we got a very detailed floor plan of the Falcon here. Use some of the other references in here, such as some of the way the corridors looked, the hyperdrive, the way it looks. Actually, where's the hyperdrive? There it is. Obviously what we did were representations, but anyway, back to the model. So this is, again, very nice. If you look at the underside here, you've got the bottom gun here, and actually this is the other rectenna from The Force Awakens and the sequel series, the rectangular rectenna. Of course, we've got the classic trilogy round rectenna on it, of course, has to be. But the other thing that's kind of neat, this one actually has retractable landing gear, and there are actually 5 of them. On the system scale Lego, official Lego releases, they have 4 fixed landing gear that you cannot retract. And of course, 4 is the incorrect number. And then also you can kind of see this nice stand that's part of the part of this build. So I'm going to actually take it off so that we can show you guys the interior of this Falcon. So again, here it is on the landing gear. Kind of what I mentioned about the proportions. Again, looking at it, you've got this rounded section here, the mandibles with the maintenance bays. Again, the vents, the hallway leading up to the cockpit. Now, if you look over here at the actual UCS model, those vents are huge and they're way too spaced out. Mandibles are good, but you can see this piece here kind of cuts across, so you don't get an overall round shape because this kind of cuts into the circle. That always kind of bothered me about the UCS set, but anyway. So back to this guy here. So what I'm going to do now is take the top off and show you guys the interior that we did. And the interior departs quite a bit from 2 bricks model. So let me take the top off. Actually, so basically you grab here and here and lift. It's a completely different structure than the Lego system scale Falcons. Uses these mixel pieces to connect the pie slices, which is actually pretty ingenious, but it is much more fragile than the system scale one. Okay, so now we got the top off. You can see here the interior, and again, using the limitations of 1 being system scale, and 2 the fact that Lego bricks are mostly square. this is what we came up with, and it actually follows the interior floor plan of the Falcon pretty closely. Obviously, this is the boarding ramp here, and that comes up into the central ring section here. And this hallway, this is modified. This is actually at an angle, which is correct. Couldn't get that much of an angle. Again, it is system scale, but most of the angled and round stuff on here you see are through use of various different jumper plates and other things to, you know, hinges and things like that to get those angles. The original two bricks design, these were straight, you know, common wall here. The hallway came straight in. Again, we just did some tweaks to make it a little more faithful to the actual floor plan. Here's the central engineering bay, the hollow chess table, and the area and the hold where Ben and Luke practice lightsaber training. Then there's a hallway here, and then this here, I believe, is the area where Han and Leia have their little romantic get-together. And then coming again around this circular hallway here, we were able to get this engineering station in here, and then out here into the rear. Now this section, which was pretty neat to build. So in the original Falcon, from the original trilogy, there's actually 3 beds here, 1, 2, 3, and then a refresher. Obviously, we didn't have room for that being at system scale, so we eliminated one of the beds and we put in the refresher here. So you've got obviously the toilet and the sink, but we're able to get 2 beds in here, and there's actually room to put a minifig in each one. You can see the cutout here for their arms, so they can lay down flat. That's actually an idea that came from the original 2 bricks design. And then coming back here to the rear, here is the hyperdrive. This is a piece from the Force Awakens Falcon, the official Lego release, just to give it some of the look of the hyperdrive. It is in the correct location. These plates here represent the 5 escape pods. And then coming back up here, this is the area where Han was doing maintenance in Empire Strikes Back when they start getting hit with asteroids. And then over here, some additional batteries and some other things that are from the original floor plans. And then back around here to the front, has this, let's see, this guy slides out here, 2 seats for the gunner station. And that required some extensive modification because this whole middle area is completely different than the 2 bricks design. And if you go over to his video, we'll link it down below. You can kind of see the differences. So anyway, this was, we felt, a pretty fair representation of the actual Falcon floor plan. So that is it for this video. Thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe and watch Warthog Jr.'s other videos on his channel. A lot of Lego minifig tutorials and information and other neat things. So thanks a lot, guys. Talk to you later.